All right. Hey, welcome. This is day 3 of us talking about adding and subtracting integers. Okay. I know this says we're going to do 9 questions. We're really only going to go through 5 questions. 5 examples. Okay. The first one, Susan is riding in a bike race that goes through a valley in a nearby mountain range. Okay. So this bike race is going up and down, probably more up than down. The table gives the altitude in feet above sea level for the 5 checkpoints in the race. Use the table to answer the questions. Okay, so checkpoint 1, we're going down. Checkpoint 2, we're going up pretty high. Checkpoint 3, back down. Checkpoint 4, we're dropping even lower. Checkpoint 5, back up to the highest. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a quick visual of this. I'd like you to kind of draw one too. Yours can look better than mine. Doesn't have to be exact. There's only 2 of them that are above sea level. So maybe sea level somewhere in there. Okay, how much higher is checkpoint 3 than checkpoint 4? Yeah, they're both in the negatives. Checkpoint 3 is minus 42. Checkpoint 4 is minus 186. So how far is it from negative 42 to negative 186? Well, we know it's less than 186. The easy way to use big numbers like this would be 186 minus 42. I could always double check this to know what operation to do with simple numbers. Let's say checkpoint 3 was at just positive 5 feet, and checkpoint 4 was at positive 8 feet. So how far is, oh, that doesn't make sense. Let's say it's 15 feet, and the other one's 8 feet. We would do 15 minus 8. All right, so 7. So instead of that, we're really doing negative 42 minus 186, minus negative 186. So here's how I'm going to work it out here. So the answer is 144. It's 144 feet higher. Okay. The top of a hill rises 389 feet above checkpoint 4. So here's checkpoint 4, way down here, negative 186. The hill is up 389, plus 389 to that. Okay, what's the altitude of the hill? Okay, so we're at minus 186 plus 389. So negative 186 is 186 away from 0, right? So we're going to have to go up 186 and then see how the difference between that. So 389 minus 186 will give you a positive value of 203. So we're going up 186 and up another 283. So the answer is 203 feet. All right. Next question. Use the number line to find the distance between 6 and negative 3. So here I am at positive 6. I'm finding the distance between that and negative 3. Distance is always positive. So I could do this a lot of ways. If it was just 6 and 3, it'd be 6 minus 3. So it's 6 minus negative 3. Or it's negative 3 minus 6. And since it's always positive, we're going to find the absolute value of these. So the answer is clearly 9. Looking at part B, 6 minus negative 3 is 9. Negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9. The absolute value of both of these is positive 9. All right. Next question, find the distance between G and H on the number line below. We could do this since it's on a number line, we could just count the spaces. We'll do that second. First, let's just do it mathematically. So we know to find the distance, we find the difference between them, negative 1 minus negative 12. Minus a negative is the same as adding. And like we just talked about, it's always going to be the absolute value. So if we would have started the other way, negative 12 minus negative 1, we would still do the absolute value of that. Negative 12 plus 1. Both of these get us to the same spot. The answer here is positive 11. The answer here is negative 11, and the absolute value of that is 11. We could always just count the spaces, but we're trying to get beyond that. They're 11 spaces away. Let's say you would have came up with 13. Let's just pretend you did that. You can clearly see if it's 12 away from 0, 13 doesn't make sense. That would be too far. So there's always some reasonableness. Does my answer make sense to this stuff? All right, question 4. We're starting with the absolute value of 4, which you know is just 4, minus 7. So right away we get rid of the absolute value. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. For the second part, 4 minus 7 is negative 3, but we haven't gotten rid of the absolute value symbols yet. So the absolute value of negative 3, absolute value is always positive. So it's just 3. Question 5. We're reading left to right, so we'll do absolute value left to right. Negative 4, the absolute value of that is 4. The absolute value of 13 minus 15. First we find 13 minus 15 is negative 2. We still have the absolute value sign. Now we get rid of that. 4, the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. So we have 4 minus 2, 2. Look at my steps here. I have a sign, I have an operation, I have an absolute value sign, and an operation. So it should be 4 steps. So I worked it out in 4 steps. Okay, just follow it step by step, and you should be able to do that. Okay, good luck on this work.